Sawadee Cup Tuktan Nakap. Good morning, Bangkok, Thailand. Good morning to everyone nationwide. Today, we have a very special guest with us here today, Mrs. Navaz Ghaswala. She is our Executive Vice President in the Forever World, and we are very honored and happy that you're here today.
Thank you. Sawadee Cup.
She has traveled for the past month throughout the entire Forever World to many countries to observe and to teach and to visit all of our FBOs, and we are so excited that she's here with us today. It has been over 3 years since we saw her last, and since the COVID disruption occurred, we're just really, really happy to see her. I've known her practically all my life, and it's so exciting to see you. Every time I see you, it is just amazing.
Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it. Yes, I have been traveling for the last almost 2.5 weeks. Traveling to different parts. I've been in Dubai then, dealing with the staff. Also had a great success day there. Another meeting that we had with recognitions that we did in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Then we were in India at an event in New Delhi where we had 17,000 FBOs and got some time to spend with the FBOs over there. Coming over back to Mumbai, where our office is, we had an FBO meeting there, and I spent several days speaking with all of the people internally and making plans for 2023. We did the same thing in the UAE, making plans for 2023, looking at our goals, what we need to achieve. And I'm now in Thailand. Had a great opportunity to meet with some of our leaders yesterday, spend some time chatting with them, and really stressing the need to grow our business in Thailand and the importance of it. So I'm happy to be here, Joshua. Thank you so very much for the invitation. Great to see everybody again after almost 3 years. Yeah. Meeting people and seeing them eye to eye and getting a chance to give them a hug is very, very important.
I remember you mentioned a couple of years ago that once COVID was going to be over, you said we were going to spend more time hugging each other and just meeting each other. It was a crazy time during the pandemic.
That it was. Connecting with people is so important in our business, and I think we need to do that, more of that.
Right. This is in the company, using Zoom, for example, and using more social media to keep everyone connected. But there is absolutely no substitute for physically being with each other, is there?
No, there isn't. And I think people appreciate that more after COVID, since they weren't able to do that for so long. There are a lot of people who appreciate it and are ready to go out, but there are equally a number of people who are still hesitant to be out there.
Right. I guess people are just still nervous because a lot of people passed away, a lot of loved ones and people they knew, and they just have that natural fear that they've been indoors for so long, they haven't open the doors to go out and venture out again.
Yeah, and
how would they overcome those fears to do that?
I don't think that's healthy. I think that it is time. COVID happened. It's over and done with. I mean, there is no. Otherwise, we can find every excuse in the book, can't we? That it's the flu season, or it's this season, or that season, right? So I think we just need to understand that life has to go on at this point. COVID is well behind us, and we need to move on, and we need to move on with our life, and we want to make a difference. And Forever gives you the opportunity to introduce our wonderful health products to the people around you, to the people you know, and to help make a difference in that way. So I think it's really important that people get out and start talking about the future and start talking about the present and the opportunities.
I do see a definite shift in brand awareness with the products, especially during the COVID, the pandemic. A lot of people, just found out about our products because they saw, like, we had the propolis, we had the emu blend, we had a lot of products to help fight and keep ourselves strengthened and protected from all the ravages of the pandemic.
Right.
And I think that I saw the shift in a much wider brand awareness where different demographics in different countries where they had never even known Forever all of a sudden realized what we had to offer. And not just great products, but a business opportunity.
That's right. And then the nutrient quality of our products is so fabulous, right? So I think it really helps your body to deal with the onslaught of what might be going on. So very, very important that people spread the word about our products. Not everybody wants a business opportunity. Maybe they're happy with what they have, but the products are needed by everybody,
Right.
the young and the old, so that they can have an improved lifestyle.
Just wondering, how many forever business owners do we have now worldwide?
I mean, in the millions, but I really have no clue. We've never really gone
Right.
out and figured that out right now. We are just happy they're there. We're just happy that they're out there spreading
Right.
the business and
We're on-
letting people know about the opportunity.
On every continent except Antarctica, right?
That's true. That's true. Forever, the sun never sets in the forever world, right?
That's true,
globally.
yes.
So I think that's kind of where we're at
Yeah.
right now. So
Forever Living Products, as a lot of people know, is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, huge success stories. It is a definite lifestyle. I'm always stressing this all the time, that people come first. If this is a company that helps you achieve your dreams, your goals, helps you, allows you to give yourself time for yourself, for your family, and to introduce this company. It's a very people-oriented business, isn't it?
People-oriented and family-oriented, right? People
Yes.
become your friends, you work with them, you see them all of the time. And people have asked me many times, why Forever Living? What is different about Forever Living? And I always say Forever Living is a company with a heart. It has a heart. We care. We are not in it just for the money part of it.
Yes.
We are here, and Rex's philosophy always has been to make a difference in the lives of the people. And if we approach our business that way, that we're trying to help
Right.
people, we're trying to make them successful, to see if they can't help their lifestyle and, provide them with the wonderful products that we have, I think we will all be very successful, because this business is about the people, and their success is your success, and people have to realize that.
Yeah, that's right. You've always told me that too.
Right.
Your success is our success, and it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
This is definitely.
Yeah. So as we build the business, as we talk about the business, that is something very important to keep in mind, and we need to listen to them. If you're approaching an individual and wanting to know if they'd be interested in our products or our opportunity, we first need to learn about the people. We need to find out what excites them, what interests them, and what matters most to them, right?
Yes, what
That's
matters most to them,
amazing.
exactly.
What matters
Right.
most to them. And once we know what matters most to them, what their why is, why they might even be interested in the business, and if you find out, and if somebody approaches you and wants to know more about you, you're going to be more caring. If you approach them from your viewpoint of trying to make them buy the products, it doesn't go as well. So
Right.
find out what matters most to them, what their why is, then approach them from that aspect, so that you're doing this to help them and not for yourself.
Yes, yeah, that is definitely the approach that I always like to take as well. It's always the why. First, what matters most, what is important to them, and by understanding what they need in life and what they want in life, then you're able to communicate better and have a more cohesive picture on what to do next with them and how to deal with them, how to talk to them.
Yeah.
Instead of, like you said, going in guns blazing, saying, look, you have this amazing product, please buy it. And they're just looking at you like, who are you and why?
Yeah, our leaders always say we don't force the products onto the
Yes.
people. We find out what the people needs are and then approach them with that need, and
Right.
then hopefully they would be interested or get interested in the product then, and sometimes it's not then, it could be 6 months later.
Yes.
Never pass up that opportunity. It's always there for them to consider at any given point in time. I hear many, many stories where people have been told about the products and they just don't want to believe.
Right.
They're not interested. And then either sometimes because they need it, somebody else forces it on them, or they realize, like, what do I have to lose?
Yeah.
100% money back guarantee on the
Yeah,
products.
that's right.
What do I have to lose? I can try the products, and if I
Exactly.
don't like them, there's nothing. And, nobody ever brings the products back.
Right.
Like,
I think I remember even 20 years ago, it was like one half of 1% returns.
yeah.
Even if people don't want to have anything to do with the business opportunity, they love the product and they just keep it.
That's right. Way back, right at the beginning of Forever, we had done a film, which was like a 16 millimeter film, right? It was that far back.
The
And-
celluloid film.
Yeah. And in that, it says the beginning of Forever, and in that we
Right.
always stated our products are like a puppy. send them home with somebody, and they fall in love with them. And that's exactly what our products still. And of course,
Wow,
if nothing else, our products quality has improved over the years.
I've never heard that one. I've been in this since I was 7 years old, and I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah.
That's brand new for me, folks.
Yeah. So that's what it is
Right.
give them the opportunity, but do not force it on people. If you approach them from the fact that you want to help them, you want to be their friend, and you want to do something for them that might make a difference for them, then I think they would be easier to approach, even if the answer is no right now. But 3 months from now, you form that friendship with them. You can just call them, wanted to call, say hi, see how you're doing, what's going on in your life, just wanted to reach out, and I was concerned about you. So if you can approach it from that angle, maybe 6 months down the road, they might still, because you've made that relationship, you made that contact, they might decide that they want to try the products. But if nothing else, you made a friend, and that is very important in life too, to have friendships.
Come along with me. The best is yet to be.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And nobody knows better than Navaz. You've been around from the very beginning, even before Forever was even a concept or a dream in Rex's eye.
Yep, I've worked with him that long, and then when he came up with the concept and developed the product, tasting the aloe vera juice for the first time was definitely a setback. Like, oh my God, you're going to be selling this product and people are going to want it and drink it. And I've been proven wrong 100 and 1,000 times over, and I'm happy that that has happened, because myself have grown to love the aloe vera gel and drink it. So.
It is definitely an acquired taste, but even I have to say, when I was a child, my parents said, you got to drink that aloe. And I'd be like, no, the taste is horrible. And they said, can't ride your bike outside or play with your friends until you drink it.
Yeah.
And I drank it, and I just got used to it over time.
That's
and then
right.
Even all the way up into my teen years, and then when I was going to university or working in the government, I always had my juice with me, in the car, always with me, no matter where I went, next to my bed, when I traveled, in the hotels.
Right.
I couldn't live without it.
It becomes a life, it becomes a part of your life, and very important part of your life.
Practically a vestigial organ of the body. It just sticks with me. It's like my phone now.
Yeah,
It stays with me. And I love these little 330s because they're so small and compact. You can take them everywhere with you.
Easier to carry.
Yeah.
That's right. Right.
A lot of people say, I love it to put in your purse. And I can even fit this in my pocket if I want to, and just go wherever I want with it.
Yeah, I think for the FBOs, the important thing is that they continue to work this as a business. They don't get so comfortable and that they're using it, and then they forget to share the opportunity with others. I think that is when the issue happens, when there is no growth in their business and their bonus checks start going down.
Yeah, that's something I would like to ask you about when it comes to Forever business owners and just distributors in general, when they get into their comfort zone, when they feel like, okay, this is enough for me, but they have the potential just to keep going even further. What do you say to those who have become complacent, or when they feel they don't have that motivation anymore? They become lukewarm. They continue to use the products. They continue to buy the products and sell to their regular customers, but there's a whole world out there that people don't even know, or people that actually need to use the products. What do you say to them? I
think it'd be very hard to force anybody to do anything. The fire has to be lit under them, right?
Yes.
And so the best way to approach it is the fact that there's so many people around you that need the products, that need the help, that need the opportunity, and by you not sharing it with them, it is something that you're not doing the justice to yourself or to the people around you, because they need the products, they need the opportunity. And try to motivate them. That's the best you can do, is motivate them to go out again and start working the business, because you can't force it on them. And if you think you're doing it for yourself, then that's another problem. Right. And so maybe what matters most to them has been reached. Maybe the education for their children, they needed the money, and that has happened.
Like
so they need to find out what is their new why.
New why.
And their new why. What is their new why? What matters most to them at this point in time, after they've achieved this and this and this? So I think one thing we talk about is you always have to have a dream book.
Right.
So you have a dream book, which is constantly evolving. So you reach this dream, you reach this goal. now what is next? So you have to have 3 or 4 dreams ahead of you, and you'll achieve one, and you always keep acting, the next one in mind. But it is about helping others. I think that's the main thing. Even if you think you've done everything for yourself, that's great. But the key is you do want to do this to help the people around you and to help your country people, right?
Yes,
the people in your country.
Definitely.
Make a difference. So
that's one of the things I've always stressed about as well, and in a lot of talks that I've had and one-on-one interviews with our people, is that if you love helping people, this is for you.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not just helping them get more money in life, or it's helping them get ahead in life with their life, their health, the relationships around them. And I always ask people, like, what do you need in life? What do you want? And then, like you said, their dreams are constantly evolving. Once they reach their goal, sometimes they just like, okay, I've gotten here now. Where do I go now?
Yeah, but they never have one goal in mind, right? There's a short-term goal and the long-term goals, and that's what they need.
Where's that old saying? You always want more?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's what you need to kind of keep in mind. Right. But the other great way of being motivated is to attend one of our events, one of our rallies, or the EMRs. So if you work hard and qualify for them, those events light a fire under you. By the time you leave and you've been around the people there, and they learned of their excitement, seen the training, seen what is happening in the rest of the world.
I'm really glad you're talking about this, because this is leading now into the events, to the incentives. And I think this is probably one of the biggest questions that people have, is that, why do I need to do these incentives? I mean, they look good on paper, but what does it do for me? And I don't even know if I can do it. And, oh yes, I would love to go to these events. I would love to go to Bali. I would love to go to Cancun. Or I would love to go to Europe or Australia or wherever we're going to have these huge mega events, and they want to go, but they feel somehow intimidated, or they feel like it's an unattainable goal. How to reach deep inside of them to bring that confidence out that they can actually do this has always been such a challenge over here, especially in Thailand.
Yeah, the key is you have to set your goal. You have to aim for it. Nobody can make you do it. And, Rex always said it doesn't matter if you don't reach it there. At least your bonus check has grown. You've done better along the way.
That's right.
And you are that much closer the following year to achieve what your goal is. Right. So sometimes you don't always achieve your every goal you can. Right. But the point is, if you stay focused on it, and even if you miss it, you will be achieving that goal much easier the following year, because you have laid a bigger foundation for your business, and your business has grown along the way. So
when people feel like they're that much further, then they realize, how did I get here?
I can do it.
I've heard those success stories, that the old super rallies, the global rallies, where people thought they just wanted to take the products because they had a problem with their health. And then they realized, well, I can make money on this as well. And then they realized, I want to help a friend do the same thing that I'm doing.
Right.
And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. They wake up one morning and they just blink and go, how did I get here?
Exactly.
And all of a sudden they realize, just like you said, even if they don't reach those incentives, they're that much further to reaching them the following year.
For sure.
And they don't lose anything, because their business is that much bigger.
Yeah.
Their checks are that much bigger. Their bank account is that much bigger.
Exactly.
And their health is that much better.
Right. And they made a difference. I think, let's not forget, it's for the people, right?
That's right.
How proud are you going to be? How happy are you going to be when you make a difference in other people's lives? So that in itself is a great satisfaction and a great motivator too at the same time. So it's just like telling the people, okay, yes, this is just a bump in the road. It is not a huge mountain you have to climb. Just try it, and if it doesn't matter, even if your business only grows by 20% or 30%, you are that much further ahead because you set the goal and you decided to work towards it. And I think that is something that they really need to keep in mind, that it may not be achievable today. You will not build your business possibly by like Ralph Kipp. That may not happen. But the key is, will you get to the next step? I think that is the question. Is that much closer to achieving what you... you're not going to go backwards because you set the goal to do something extra, right? You're
Right.
definitely going to grow your business one way or the other, whether
Yes.
you grow it 10%, 20%, or 50%.
Right.
You will grow your business, and that'll be your motivation because you have achieved something new. You have
Right.
achieved something extra, and along the way, you've brought some people along with you. So you've got a bigger group and better friends that you can get along with, you can get together with.
Things in
and
common
keep-
with now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So there's a lot of different reasons why you want to reach for each of these incentives because it just widens your horizon, makes you more comfortable talking to people, brings more people into your lives, and you're making a difference. So there's no reason in this world why you
Right.
would not want to work towards those incentives.
Your
because-
happiness index will increase.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. By just setting that goal and starting to work
Right.
towards it step by step. No, the good thing in our business is it's not a corporate business.
Right.
In that only 2 people can be managers or 5 people can be managers.
Right.
In our
you
business,
mean the business, the corporate
the
structure.
corporate structure, exactly.
It's not so rigid and
No,
wooden.
because it's only, no matter how hard you work,
Right.
you may never make vice president. It doesn't matter.
It's not a
In
meritocracy.
Our business, in our business, it is the fact is
Right.
that everybody can achieve it. If you want to go for a chairman's bonus, everybody can achieve it.
Right.
If you want to go, it's not only the Ralph Kipps of the world that are going to get it. Anybody can get it.
Right.
And we're giving away millions of dollars. Which other company does that?
Yeah.
Which other company gives away
We're
millions
still the
of
most
dollars?
generous company that
It
the
is.
most generous marketing plan.
It is.
I think we give out hundreds of millions.
Yeah. Oh, we
per
do.
year.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions
We
of
do.
dollars, US dollars.
Right.
It just, okay, even on the business side, and they see the opportunity, a lot of people say, like, there are so many competitors competing for the same people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when we started Forever, I think there were probably, 5 or 6 companies out there at the time, maybe. Now there's like 1,000.
Yeah.
And, how do we compete with all of these competing companies that are trying to grab the same demographics of people, the young, the middle-aged, the elderly, into these companies?
I think a lot of it is with belief in the company you're working for, the quality of our products. In the 43, 44 years we've been in business, where have we ever
44 years.
Where
That's right.
have we not paid our bonuses on time, right?
Right.
Where have we had any product returns? Where has anybody ever come after us to say your
Right.
product is bad or harmed me? So that's
And
fine.
the innovation, too.
Right. The technology
can
changes.
you talk a little bit about the technological innovation of our products? Because I think we're a whole standard above other people. And I think a lot of people don't understand the quality of our products. People always like to say they have the best products. My products are better than yours. My products work just like yours. They have all these claims out there. And the only real way to know is to actually use them, right? But how do you explain the standard that we have in our technological innovation of our products? I think this is very important, especially for people that are very technically minded when they're always thinking about which one's better. Should I buy a Porsche or a BMW, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini?
Right. Yeah, first of all, I don't think people need to get that technical because we are telling you that things have been proven over 44 years
Right.
about the quality of our products being the best. Number 2 is when we develop new products, they are tested on all the executives in the company. First test them before they ever go out.
The leadership must die first if it's bad.
Exactly.
I love
and,
that.
Yeah, and
I'd take
before it ever gets out into the field, we have tested it, and sometimes
So the
there's
entire
20.
executive management has to use the products first
we
before it
try
even
it.
goes down.
We try it and we give our input. Holly gives us all of the products and we give her our input.
Right.
And sometimes there's 20, 30, 40 iterations of the product. No, we don't
Really?
like this.
That
we
many?
Don't. Yeah, I mean, sometimes in
I
the
thought
hundreds.
maybe 5 or 6. I didn't know it reached
sometimes
100.
it could go into the hundreds too.
Wow.
Because no, we don't like it. It isn't as effective. We don't like this fragrance. And even when we develop new things, it's like, okay, which do you like? What fragrance do you like?
Right.
That kind. So there's a lot of testing. And once we as an executive committee approve it, we have a testing group within the home office. It goes to them next.
Right.
Once it goes to them, then it goes out to some of our leadership in the field. So there's an actual we don't check it on rabbits or rats or anything
You're right,
else.
not tested on the
tested
no
in-
animal testing.
Everything is done by us, and it has to pass muster with us as the executives before it's ever going to get out in the field. Number two is Holly is very, very smart on technology.
Holly's amazing. Yeah, I remember.
Besides Holly, there's a whole group underneath her,
whole
and there's
team
a whole
is-
team, and there's a whole team at Aloe Vera of America. So
Grade A top scientists.
yeah, and
Amazing.
before, if we decide we're coming out with a new product, every ingredient manufacturer, we check on them. We make sure that they meet our standards. Every
Right.
ingredient coming into the company is tested before it's put into any of our products to make sure it meets our
right.
specifications. If there is something that is getting a bad vibe out there,
Right.
even though we may have used it for a long time, Holly's on it right away, trying to find something else, another ingredient that we can put in our product so that
This
there
is
is no
what we-
negative press.
It's what you call the evolution of technology in the business.
Exactly. And why
where-
we are changing our
Right.
products around, right? This product's not going to be available anymore because we've come up with something that is
Even
bigger
better.
and better
Right.
for the company. So I think people need to realize that our products, we have the people behind it. We
Right.
have the innovation, technology, all of that is required,
Right.
is available to us. And we put that in place. And that is a given. That is not, there's never even a question about a product being introduced unless we are 110% sure that that is going to be working out for
It's
us.
so amazing.
Yeah.
I always say that the ingredients and the testing that we go through is beyond the platinum standard.
Mm-hmm.
It is the highest standard. I think even the U.S. government standards, which are one of the strictest and highest in the world, have come to us and wanted to copy what we were doing in the factory even.
Yeah,
remember.
I'm not sure of that portion of it, but I know that
It has
we
something to
meet-
do with the sanitation
I
or
know.
the...
Yeah, they were impressed. I mean,
Yeah.
when they come through, they're impressed
Right.
with what we are able to do. So I don't know about copying it, but
Yeah,
definitely is an area that we meet the standards required by us and more, and we are always very, very
You always
proud
go
of
beyond
that.
the standard.
Exactly.
And trying
And-
to stay ahead of the
yes.
curve.
Yeah, because we wanted, we are not doing this
Right.
for the government. We are doing this
Yeah,
for
yeah,
our
for
people.
us,
We
yeah,
are doing
right.
this for the people that use the product. We are doing this for our FBOs. And I think that's kind of the importance for us that we give them the very best of everything. Again, for 45 years, bonuses are paid every single month on the 15th or
Right.
before the 15th,
Right.
So all of that is there. You don't even need to worry about it. You can come here and buy one product if you want to. You can come here and buy 10 products if you want to. Products are available. Everything these days is online. You can
Right.
sit at home and order your
That's right.
product. And you can build your business online. The most successful people right now are the ones who are building through social media. So what used to happen previously? Social media, absolutely. Instagram is very, very, people are building
Instagram's
very
yeah.
successful using Instagram.
Using that for brand
TikTok,
awareness.
brand
TikTok.
awareness, even telling people about,
Right.
the opportunities. And those are the people who have been a real success when they're talking about the products, and then they have the followers, and then you can follow up those people. Because everybody's interested in health.
Yes, that's true.
Everybody's interested in
Everybody needs that, that's for sure.
Everybody's interested
Yes.
in having really good skin,
Yes.
having good personal care products. And the other thing is for our skincare, personal care products, are products that everybody uses.
Right.
Everybody uses a tooth gel. Everybody uses a shampoo. They can use a conditioner. They use a soap.
The propolis cream, the aloe vera jelly, all the lotions.
Exactly, lotions.
Right.
These are products that you don't have to convince anybody that they work because they're products everybody uses. If they take
Right.
that, they'll know it's better than the product they were buying on
They're
the
not
market.
buying expensive water.
Right.
They're actually buying
Right.
what the product
Right.
says on the label.
Right. And in most of the cases, aloe vera gel is our number one ingredient in most
Yes.
of the cases.
Right.
So we are not just putting 2 drops of aloe in our products. We are putting a
That's
large
right.
quantity of aloe in our products, which then aloe helps absorb and it helps deeper into the
Yes.
skin. So there's a lot of reasons
Right.
why it should be Forever's products versus anything
So aloe
else
vera
that's out
or
there.
bee products were still the world's leader in most of the bee products too, I
Yeah,
think.
I mean,
as
yeah,
well.
we've got really, really good bee products
Yeah.
out there, and that the effectiveness has
Yes.
been there, and you keep hearing about wonderful stories of what exactly
Right.
how helpful they've been. So
And we
that
have
was
the
good.
L-arginine, the RG+,
Yeah,
that's
RG+.
that huge
Yeah, that's a
benchmark.
huge market
Yeah,
out
from
there.
way back in what 2008 or something.
Arctic Sea,
Arctic
you know,
Sea,
Arctic
yeah,
Sea is
yeah.
really important.
Right.
So there's just loads
Just
of
amazing,
products.
yeah.
Loads of products. Even now, the new ones, we have the eye cream, you know, fabulous,
right.
fabulous product.
I'm
And
still waiting for that over here.
Yeah.
I got to use it.
Yeah, I swear by it. I'm just like so sold on so many
Right.
of our products. And the key is we all use the products.
Yes, yeah.
All of us
I wake
use the
up
products.
and I use the products.
Yeah.
I'm drinking this right now, everyone,
Yeah.
because I'm thirsty.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just it's like you said, it's a lifestyle. It's something that you can't convince other people. It's organic. It happens.
Right. And it's just a matter of giving them making them realize or believe in what you're saying to them, right?
Right.
So if you form that relationship, you look at them eye to eye and you can say, this is what I do, this is how it's helped me, this helped people
Right.
around the world, and try it. You have nothing to
Right,
lose.
right.
And if they believe in you and they will try it, then they will be sold on it.
Right.
And then they'll have so many other different products that
Yeah.
is available. And for our FBOs, as we introduce new products, they shouldn't just be set on buying the old products.
Yeah.
They need to open their mind, because if they love the old products
Right.
and if they don't add to it and buy the new products, they can't tell other people about it. And if you
Right.
don't use the products, you cannot sell it, because you cannot
haven't used
speak
it
from
yet.
the heart.
Yeah, right.
You cannot speak from the heart. So
I think that is another challenge for especially the first generation of forever distributors. And this is not just concentric to Thailand, but worldwide, where a lot of distributors were saying, hey, what happened to this particular product? I used to use it. That was like 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And now we have products that have superseded those products
Right.
with better ingredients, even better knowledge now,
Right.
higher technology. And it's like you said, they're still stuck on using some of these older products. And if they just tried the newer ones, they would realize how much further ahead they
Right.
would get by using those products.
yeah, the problem is people don't like change.
That's true.
Change is difficult for people
Biggest problem
to accept.
worldwide. I
Yeah,
think in
accept.
human civilization, nobody likes change.
Yeah, and so I think that is the key, is we need to talk about the products. We need to talk about the quality. If a new product comes out here, let's say the new body lotion,
Right.
right? Open a tube. Let all the people try a little bit.
Right, yeah.
Get it on them, because
Yeah.
once you get it on them, then they'll realize just how much better they like the feel of it.
Right.
15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, half hour later, they still feel like their hands
Yeah,
are moisturized. So
There's truth to that when you actually touch it and you feel it, and it's right there instead of just
Right.
looking at it on a screen.
Right.
It makes a whole world of a difference.
You can say anything you want to, but
Yeah.
what you do is what's going to be remembered in their mind, and not exactly what you
Yes.
say. And I think it is easy to follow. People will follow you if you can show them by example what needs to be done to build their business.
Lead by example.
Exactly. If you talk.
Life is about change.
Yeah, and talk, and not do what you're saying, people are not going to believe you,
Yes.
and then you've lost credibility, and you've lost the person at the same time.
Right. Going back on one of the things that we just spoke about, now it's just coming to mind right now. It has to do with about the other competitors worldwide, all these other companies, trying to vie for the same people, and how to convince them. Most people would talk about pricing of the products. A lot of people, that's probably one of the biggest complaints, is why is it so expensive? And one of the reasons why you said just before was because of the quality that we have. It's different. You're not buying expensive water. You're buying what the label actually says. And then people say, what makes Forever different from all these other products that claim that they're number one? You said that they need to just try it. Put one drop on their fingers. Mm-hmm. Let them touch it. Let them feel it.
Right.
And then have them actually use it. And the people introducing those products actually have to use those products too first.
They can talk about it, right?
There are a lot of people that don't use the products. They just sell them.
No, and that makes it very difficult for other people to believe, because if somebody was pushing me on a product, I would just say, "What have you used it? What has it done for you?" And if you can truly say you have used it, I think you're losing your credibility. Right. So use the product yourself.
You actually have to use it. Yeah.
You have to use the product yourself. Mm-hmm. Then you can talk about it and people will believe, because you are talking from experience, as opposed to just talking because you read it in a brochure.
Yeah, some people they're not focused at all on their products. They see it's a great product, and all they are focused on is the business opportunity. What do you say to those people who just want to look at the business opportunity only, but they just see the product as something on the side that they're actually just selling?
Yeah, but
Because we get people that do that too a lot.
How do you build a business unless you're moving something? You have to sell something to be successful in their business, right? So how do you sell something? How do you market something to somebody if you've never tried it? Nobody's going to believe you.
Right.
So it goes back to use the product yourself.
Okay.
I mean, when you're getting the product, you're getting them at a discount, right? And you're still getting your bonus on top of it.
Right.
So if you start looking at it, instead of buying a soap on the market, if you're buying one of our soaps or one of our lotions, you're getting a 30% discount, and then on top of that, you're getting your personal discount, at whatever level you're at.
Right.
And if you look at the pricing, it's not any more expensive than what they're buying on the market.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very close to it, maybe a little bit more expensive, but close to it. But for the very best products that they're going to be getting, that's not going to be that much more expensive than what is on the market, and will give you the ability to talk from experience since you've tried the product and sell it with believing in it. When you believe in it, you're enthusiastic about it because it's done good things for you.
It's genuine.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't feel that you can, if somebody was coming to buy rice or something different like that, it's a different situation. These are products that people fall in love with, literally, that they love, that they use, that they don't want to change. And I think that's why if you can become a believer in the products, you cannot sell it. If you don't have a passion for the products, you can't sell it. And if you can't sell the products, you don't have a business because the business, ours is not something you sell an opportunity without a product. Product is very tightly related to your strength, to your ability to build a business and for your success. So product literally comes first and product knowledge comes first. Product comes first, product knowledge comes first before you even go out and start talking to the people about the product.
So educate yourself.
Absolutely. Educate yourself, learn everything. I mean, we are not talking about making you experts on every ingredient.
Right. You don't have to be a scientist.
Right.
That's another holdback for some customers. Going back on this a little bit, Navaz, there are some people that think that they have to be a doctor or they have to have a PhD, or they have to Google everything on the internet to have that knowledge to convince people to use the product based on science and knowledge.
Right.
What do you, I always tell people, slow down. You don't need to do that. The products speak for themselves. We have, like you said, 45 years of testimony.
Right.
You don't need to go in there and say, my name is Dr. Joshua, and you need to take this product because this is why, and go through all the scientific facts. I think this is a huge problem, especially, it's all over the world, but I see it in Thailand a lot, where they're always asking about the scientific facts, asking for, are there any side effects? What do the doctors say about it? And they're just holdbacks.
Yeah, but it doesn't even make sense because the people that are most successful in our business come from all walks of life.
Yes.
They absolutely come from all walks. We've had taxi drivers that have been amazing. We've had people at the beginning of Forever that couldn't even read or write, but they knew what their why was, what difference they wanted to make, what mattered most to them to educate their kids and come up with a way of making money. Those are the ones that were very, very successful because they became product believers. That's it.
They didn't have to have a PhD to sell the products.
No. They had the passion, and passion will sell.
Right.
Passion and belief, not just passion. Passion and belief in our products will sell the products. And before you know it, it's like, I've had people say to me, I did not even know I was going for a supervisor position. I did not even know that. I was so excited about the products. I was telling people about the products and they were buying the products. And before I knew it, I was suddenly recognized as a supervisor. I didn't even know it. And we've heard that story over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And what got them there? Their enthusiasm, the fact that they were believable when they told people about the products and that they had used it themselves and could be excited to talk about them. Right. So that is the critical thing. So even if you're building a business and that's what you're more interested in, without this basic knowledge, without these basic steps, without getting to be a product of the product, your success will not come as easily because people will not believe.
It's true. I do remember, even looking back, even right now, you look at the most successful people, they're not doctors, they're not PhDs, they're not scientists, but that passion, that belief, and just to have a rudimentary basic knowledge on what the products do because they've used them themselves. They know they're good. And I think this is really important. And I'm really glad that we're talking about this particular situation as well, because I think this is really a huge holdback wherever you go. Even I was in the U.S. this past month, and I was talking about this to a lot of friends and some people that, they know about the company, but they never tried the products. Some of them have tried the products, but they said, I don't know how I would get into this business because it's about health, it's about beauty, and I feel like I don't have the credentials to tell people what to use because I'm not a doctor, or I'm not a nutritionist, or I'm not a cosmetologist.
Right.
And I just said, you don't have to be any of those.
That's right.
You just have to know the basics. We know it works. You can Google everything until the end of the world. You're going to find millions of articles on everything about it.
Yeah.
But I think that's number one, as you said, it's the passion, it's the belief, and just to have that rudimentary knowledge on what the products are about, what they do for you, and that's why I notice the summaries of the products are really scaled down. I look back to the 80s where we did these long articles and what it's good for and how to do it and so forth. And then in the 90s it got shorter, and the 2000s got shorter. Yeah. Now we're in the 2020s and it's like 2 lines.
Just try the products. Yeah. That's exactly
this aloe vera jelly
about.
Is 100% aloe.
Right.
Use it on your skin. Done.
Right. Just seeing your FBOs yesterday, right? I mean, you've got a lot of older FBOs too.
Yes.
But amazing skin, their skin looks really, really amazing for their age. And so a lot of young people say, why do I have a need for your products? I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me.
I'm young. I'm invincible.
Yeah. And if you don't start taking care of yourself now, taking care of your skin now, that it's just something that is not going to be there down the road. I mean, you can start when the skin starts sagging, when things get worse, If you've never washed your face at night, you cannot just suddenly come up with a bright skin, So these are things where that just because you're young, it does not mean that you're not going to take care of your body. True. And you're not going to take care of yourself. You need to start now forming the right habits so that when you get older, you have the energy you need, you have the ability to be able to do the things you want to do. So both financially and...
You've looked the same. I've known you since I was 8 years old. I'm 45 right now, and you haven't changed in my mind. You always look the same, and I think it's the products. Yeah. It's your belief, your passion. You take good care of yourself. You're very healthy, very strong.
Yeah.
You're traveling all over the world.
Yeah.
When I was in the U.S., I went over to visit a friend, and his daughter. I was there when she was born. When she opened the door, she didn't go, "Oh, hi, Joshua. Oh, I miss you." She opened the door. She yelled out, "You look the same." It was the very first thing she said. Yeah. Apart from some distinguished gray hair. Yeah. But I was really surprised that she said that, and the very first thing that came to my mind was my faith, my belief, and the products that I take. I thought, okay, aloe and praying to God every day to be healthy and strong. But that aloe was in my head. Right. And I have met many FBOs over the years, and sometimes several years pass by and they just go, "You take the aloe a lot, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Been drinking it since I was a child." Yeah. I think we have to become products of the product. Yeah. We do, and like I say, that cellular generation, look, you have smooth skin. Yeah. Forever's in my DNA. That's what I say. It's She's
part
got
of
aloe running in her veins.
Yeah, probably with the amount I've taken over the years, I probably do. But I love
give you a transfusion, I can put the aloe in.
I love the company. I love the products. And I'm very proud of what the company is all about. What Rex as a founder wanted to do with the company. I think he has achieved it 10 times over. And Greg now has the ability and has the knowledge, has the experience. His father's made sure of that, to take this company forward as the president of the company and to continue to make a difference. And he is completely dedicated to Forever Living products. He's dedicated his life to Forever Living, and Forever Living is going to be here forever. And I am forever too.
And I am forever. Thank you very much, Navaz.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.